What is going on out there, people? You are listening to the Kai Beam Podcast. I'm your co-host, or I'm your host, Kai. You think I would fucking know this shit by now? I'm your host, Kai Beam, and I got with me my co-host, Gamdo. Unfortunately, Woody couldn't make it. He was supposed to be here, but some stuff came up. So, anyway, for this podcast, episode 7, we actually have quite a bit of shit here because, before last episode we said that January is kind of a slow month. There's actually quite a bit of stuff here. So, let's start off with, you said we could just start off with, like, music stuff, right? So,
yeah, no, just some quick bites.
Yeah.
Essentially what you guys are going to see on the screen is, since we don't always have music stuff, and actually, like, it wasn't until, like, the very last second where, like, some music things happen. So, like, every once in a while there'll be an update to the way the screen looks, quick bites, gaming, because there's always going to be gaming news. Same thing with TV shows, but music isn't always guaranteed. So
exactly.
yeah,
Right. So, I just wanted to quickly touch on, I didn't know, but apparently Drake had, like, knee surgery recently, and it actually caused him to push his album back. So,
this nigga pushed his album because of knee surgery.
Apparently he's in recovery. Like I don't know how bad he fucked his knee up or something, but apparently he's like, yeah, I'm like in rehab. I'm starting to walk again and stuff. So, hey, nigga, prayers up to you.
What happened to him that caused him?
I have
like do some research into that because
I have
he ain't
no
no
idea.
basketball player. So what are you tearing ACL or something? I don't know.
Who knows? But I don't really have much besides that. Sorry, my cat is trying to get a hold of me. But I don't really have much on that topic. So I mean, if you want to get into the GTA 6 stuff.
Yeah, so essentially, some GTA 6 rumors have popped up. IGN actually had this article where they were talking about a tech patent for the most realistic AI NPC to date. I don't think that it is impossible for Rockstar to do that because Rockstar, although their single party or their single player practices are very trash, I think overall like their game mechanics are phenomenal because at least from like the past two entries like GTA 4 and GTA 5, they do a really good job with like creating the whole world. And hearing it that they want to have realistic NPCs honestly takes me away from Cyberpunk because we're pretty sure we're never gonna play that game again. Like I didn't delete it, but it's not being touched again. So one thing I kind of hope though, just real quick, because since the rumors coming out, my expectations for this game is like I really hope when they carry over GTA Online, I really hope they like tone down the microtransactions and tone down the ridiculousness of the Saints Row vehicles because I remember because this game did come out in 2013 if everyone forgot, on the PlayStation 3 when GTA 5 first came out. Everything was fine. You were peddling drugs, shooting people in Lambos and stuff like that. Now you got the fucking Avengers, you got hover bikes. This shit is ridiculous. Like I stopped playing because of the fact that like 5 updates ago they implemented the orbital cannon, and you could be anywhere. You could be in the city, you could be in the buttfuck of nowhere, and you could blast from the sky. So tone that shit down.
Yeah.
You got any expectations for this, Kai Beam? Because I know you don't play GTA like that.
Well, I actually really enjoyed GTA 5. I mean, I wasn't ever the biggest GTA fan. I played a little bit of 4, but I mainly played like the Ballad of Gay Tony, I believe. That one was very fun. And I actually really enjoyed GTA 5. But Rockstar's last game, Red Dead 2, actually, story mode wise, it was really good. And I enjoyed like the physics and the mechanics for the most part. While there was a little bit of too much realism, but for the most part, it was a great game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because it's just like I remember there was a lot of shit. Like I remember one time I got fucking like hit off the side of a pier or something, and Arthur literally died from swimming.
Oh yeah,
I
he
was
was
just like,
swimming.
what? Like I was swimming and he like grabbed the ladder and he's like, oh, and he just fell. I was just like, wow, like what the fuck? Like
Because
come on.
there's that is one thing that I really hope they don't do. Because yeah, I couldn't. I love the Red Dead series. The story was really captivating. It was just that it was too realistic. It felt like I was playing like um a Hyper Sims game. Because actually, I was talking to one of my other friends too. Because like I have a bad tendency. I just realized that I don't really finish my games that much.
Me too. I have a
Just
bad
kind of
tendency too.
yeah, just kind of picking up with the game that kind of like if it can hold me like from the jump, then I'll be playing it. But yeah, I let go of it, and then I started again, and I felt completely lost. Like first of all, immediately as soon as I loaded up, Arthur was dehydrated. I think he already had TB at the time, and then like yeah, no, he was so susceptible to like bodily harm that it wasn't even funny. I think I like tripped down the stairs and he died. But yeah, no. Then it was also like the graphics too, because I would rather play my Rockstar games on PC because I have it on PS4, and like right now my Arthur looks like he had like monkey shit smear on his face because the beard texture was all weird. So
I actually thought for a PS4 game, I mean, I haven't played on PC in a long time. I don't know when I will again, honestly. But for a PS4, I thought it was fine, visually.
it was
But
really good.
but yeah, in terms of GTA 6, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to see where they take us this time. Obviously, they never really recycle characters, so we'll probably never see Michael or Trevor or um, I'm forgetting this nigga's name. Uh,
Franklin.
Franklin, yeah. We'll probably never see
Yeah.
them. Maybe as a cameo or something, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I actually enjoyed the story from GTA 5. Like I said, my favorite character was Franklin personally, because gotta represent niggas. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. You have
You want to
anything
talk about
else?
the Mass Effect trilogy? Because
Oh,
you even got all this stuff right
yeah,
here.
yeah. So I just wanted to quickly touch on this. So it's unfortunate again Witty couldn't be here because we're both extremely big fans of the Mass Effect series, and it was funny because he actually was the one that got me into it. I remember I completely went in blind. I remember it was like a while ago. Me and him back when we went to GameStop. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Fucking going to GameStop. But we went to GameStop and we traded in a whole bunch of shit together. And I was just like, all right, what game am I gonna get? And he was like, bro, let's just both get Mass Effect. I was like, nigga, I never played this shit before. Like, you're asking me to go in blind. He's like, I promise you, you're gonna fucking like it. I was like, all right, nigga. So I ended up getting it, and shit, that is like, that shit forced me to go back to Mass Effect 2. And even then, Mass Effect 2 was kind of old at that point, and even that game was just like shit. Now, granted, I tried to go back to Mass Effect 1. Yeah, that one was a little bit too old for me. But with this remaster now, and apparently the reason I even brought this topic up is because it's on pre-order at this point, so I'm going to be pre-ordering that shit very soon. But now I'll be able to play Mass Effect 1 and play it all the way through, and I just can't wait. Now, in terms of a sequel, like, because I think Witty was telling me that this new sequel or game they're doing is not even going to have anything to do with Andromeda, which I gotta say, thank God, because on Andromeda, like, that just took a turn for the worst in the series, to be honest. Like, I never even finished that game. I think I got like a quarter way in, and I was just like, this is garbage. Like, honestly, like, I just can't. And yeah, I'm hoping that the new game is a return to form. We're going back into, I believe, our galaxy or whatever galaxy the original is based on. I believe it's ours. But yeah, if you're a fan of Mass Effect, shit, pre-order that remaster. I can't wait for it. That's all I gotta say on that. Pretty quick.
I was actually thinking about getting like, because there's some games I haven't played that people were telling me like, yeah, I should play.
Yeah,
God of War, one of them, and then like also like I'm thinking about getting the Mass Effect trilogy just because I do have Mass Effect 2. Actually, is it Mass Effect 2 or 3? It's one of those titles, and I was trying to get into. It was two. Um, I was trying to get into it, but didn't have like controller support on the PC, so I was like, oh fuck it. I wasn't gonna try to mod it or anything like that. So that's gonna
right.
be a perfect opportunity for me to actually get into the series and
Yeah, yeah.
also
I
like
I definitely say check it out, man, because like it's like Mass Effect is one of those games where your choices actually matter. Like it actually affects like the ending you get, and it's cool. Like it's like there's so many different branches and shit you can do, and you can be a fucking asshole, or you can be a protagonist, or you can like walk the middle. Like it's cool. It's cool. I definitely say
yeah.
check it out.
And then lastly, in our quick bites is Apex Legends Season 8.
Eight,
We
eight.
got a new legend and a new rifle, lever action rifle. I saw the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, we don't usually like have like villains like that. I mean, except for maybe Revenant, but he wasn't like someone that like I wanted to kill and like made me wish there was like a whole storyline, like a single player storyline. But this Legend's backstory with the person he was like buddies with or like had like this sort of armistice with like pissed me off so much just because of the fact that like this
Yeah,
bitch got jealous that he wanted to like part ways and have his own life and this whole metaphor with the grenade like man fuck her like
yeah. Like, and that shit was so funny. Like she blew both of them up, and then she's over here scrambling, like, "Oh no, his is he dead?" Like grabbing his fucking mechanical arm that fell on the ground,
that was his
and
real
then
arm.
yeah. Wait, what? No, I'm
She
pretty
blew
sure.
off his no she
Was
blew off his that was his real arm she blew off
oh
that
really?
was
Oh shit.
yeah no
Okay.
she that's the reason why he has a mechanical arm he
Oh
didn't even
shit.
give a fuck he was just like ah out of here so
Yeah, because yeah, she's just like jealous and vindictive. But I mean, I think the story behind the reason why he even left was because their planet is being overtaken by the Syndicate anyway. So he's like, well, fuck it. I might as well just join the Apex Games. Like, I don't want to sit here and be a slave. Like,
oh
and
yeah it's opportunity like
exactly. And in hindsight, she should have been like, well, shit. I mean, granted, it wouldn't have made much sense if they dropped like two legends at once. But I mean, why not?
they
Like,
kind of did do that before though I mean
did they?
yeah I think it was Watson and Octane at the same time they were just trying to
Well,
push him out
maybe they were around the same time. I don't think they were the
well
same
they
exactly.
weren't at the exact same time they're like 4 or 5 weeks apart but they're definitely in the same season.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, her on her part, she should have been like, you know what, shit, I'll fucking join too, whatever. But I think she just wanted to cling on to whatever they had on that planet. But it's like, how much are you gonna give up? The Syndicate is like taking over everything. You might as well just join with this nigga instead of trying to kill him. And then she tried to
Yeah.
sabotage this nigga. I don't know if you saw that one. She tried to sabotage this nigga's entrance. She basically blew up his huge ass ship and she tried to kill a whole bunch of people. And it
Oh
was
well,
fun.
yeah. No, she Majin Vegeta the whole thing. She like
Yeah,
killed like all the not contestants, the viewers, the audience, and all that. Like,
yeah. And all the
like
legends
this is
were
a
just like,
crazy motherfucker right here.
yeah. All the legends were like, what the fuck? Like, what is
Yeah.
this?
Which good news is I'm pretty sure it's like a sign that we're returning to a part of Kings Canyon. I mean, sad
Yeah,
that it's ruthlessly getting blown up on
left and
multiple
right.
occasions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
either that, it might be like in a different part, just in that area. But yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, as much as I like the Cloud City thing that we're on, and it's like very colorful and all that other stuff, it got so boring. And on top of that, nothing was more annoying than like seeing people actually not like camp, but there are certain parts in the map. Like for example, that spot where it's like above the waterfall, people would be like on top of that building, and they would just be like trying to beam you from like across the map from it, and it was yeah no it pissed me off a lot. So and it was nice to return back to the other map. What was it called? Not Kings Canyon, the other one that lit on
Um,
fire.
why am I blanking? Um, Kings Canyon. shit, I don't even remember the name of the new map to be honest. But
But it's called Lava Land or something like
yeah,
that. Map number two was like probably my favorite one. I definitely like that one a lot. And
yeah, I
it'll
agree.
probably have it cycle a lot. So
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, we're gonna have like what 4 or 5 variations of like maps and shit. I really wish they'd change like the queue, like the way they do it, because it's like pretty much either a 30 minute to an hour wait for a new map, which honestly is kind of trash. Like I don't like that.
what I want them to do is actually change it to where you can choose different modes because the season 7 one, like I get that we didn't play it that much, but fuck, I'm pretty sure that was like the fastest season I've ever experienced in this game because
True.
not only did their like Christmas thing like prevent people from actually like leveling up in the season levels, but it was also that little care package event they had going on too because you couldn't do anything else unless you were to go on rank. But I mean,
Yeah, I hope they find a way to like make it to where, well, if I don't want to play the event, like I can at least play regular, like on a different map or some shit. They need to figure it out. But regardless,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to season 8. Yeah, we get a new weapon too, lever action rifle, I believe. That shit
yeah,
sounds like it might if it's what is I think it's gonna be. That shit might replace the G7. Might be fucking just tearing niggas up, man.
yeah.
I'm looking
I'll be
forward to
happy
that.
about it too because I'm starting to get into the G7 a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah, all
yeah.
good news right here. So moving into like the gaming news, then I have two important things that fascinated me about the past couple weeks. Ubisoft is getting the Star Wars license and is making an open world game. Um, this is good news and kind of worrisome news to me, just because of
Yeah,
the fact that
yeah.
Ubisoft they make it's so weird. It's really weird with their track record because they can make two good games and they can make three bad games. And the fact that it's an open world, Ubisoft has pretty much made a formulaic uh, platformer game to where like you have a big ass open world city. You have these little viewpoints that you have to go to kind of expose all the activities and stuff like that. And they haven't really changed a whole lot. And I want to say from like Assassin's Creed 2, because it's the same thing from Assassin's Creed 2 to Far Cry to all these other like Ghost Recon stuff. I'm pretty sure Ghost Recon has it. And this is good news. But the thing that I'm worried about is that the world is going to be empty. They're going to try to put microtransactions in a fucking single player game, like trying to have a Baby Yoda outfit or some weird shit. Um, the other thing is too is I don't want to have to fucking deal with like I don't want them to be like, oh, we based this off of Witcher 3. Like I don't know what is Ubisoft's like fixation on the Witcher 3, but they gotta chill on that. Like Witcher 3, it's good storytelling, but gameplay wise, it ain't it. It ain't it for that in an Assassin's Creed game because I played Witcher 3 because Kai got me into it. I can't stand what was his name, Gerald or
Gerald.
Geralt. I can't stand playing Geralt fucking drunkenly swinging his sword because I can't fucking lock on and like
You should be able to
fight these.
lock on off of it. You should be able to.
It's just it's very like clunky to me like whenever I'm playing because like when I'm playing on the PC like Gerald is like swinging his sword and like it makes it difficult because like the enemies that he's fighting is fucking barrel rolling like Donkey Kong or some shit. And I'm like swinging at the tables, accidentally almost gonna hit the pedestrians. Like it's a fucking mess, and I don't even like playing it that much. That's another game I stopped playing. The other
Yeah.
thing is too. Oh, what are you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say it may just be a subject. Although I didn't really find it all that bad for me when because I didn't play that game till like 5 years later. I think. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best combat system I've ever seen. I thought it was serviceable. It was fine, but yeah, you're mainly there for the story, I think, because the story is definitely like something that captures you. And that's another game too where it's kind of interesting the choices you make actually dictate like how the ending is going to go. Like cuz I remember I I got the worst possible ending you could probably get, and I was trying to go for the best possible ending, but like cuz I remember Alex telling me, "No, I just said his name. I meant Witty. Fuck, you added that." Anyway, I remember him telling me, yeah, don't romance Triss and Yennefer at the same time. And I didn't understand what he meant. I thought that I could romance them once and then just like kind of like just choose one later, but no, nigga. If you romance both, they fucking find out, tie your ass to a bed and leave you there and basically never don't speak to you ever again. So like that happened. So I didn't have a love interest by the end of the game. And then also I let fucking Siri die. And that shit was just awful.
Dog.
And then Geralt basically the ending that I got, Geralt basically committed suicide. And I was just like, this is just like this is not it. Like it's
She
just
got the
not it.
worst. She really did get the worst ending.
Yeah, because he went to like, cause Steri's necklace, it got stolen by these witch crones, and it was in their little city, or not city, their little like settlement, and Geralt went to retrieve it. He got it, and then he just like stood there, collapsed to his knees, and started crying, and then all these creatures and stuff started invading the fucking house. So basically, he just let himself get killed like by a whole bunch of creatures, and it's just like, oh man.
I gotta watch that on YouTube. That shit sounds hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, that's the
Yeah,
thing though, because like the reason why I say don't base it on Witcher 3 is because at this point, CG Project Red, they ain't that good of a studio right
yeah,
now. They're
they're
probably
really
a
not,
good company.
and
Witcher
I
3 is the
gotta.
only good game that they made out of that entire series. Witcher
Yeah,
1, I played Witcher 2. That shit was bad. Witcher 3 is probably the only good one. And like I said, the fact that Ubisoft like dick rides that franchise so much, like, nah, shut that shit down.
yeah, I gotta say, man, I was originally like, oh man, I can't wait till they go back to Witcher. I am very cautiously optimistic with these niggas now. Like, if you go back to Witcher for one, make the Ciri the main character because she's fucking awesome. Everybody wants that. But yeah, even if you do that, I'm not getting that day one. I'm seeing the reviews and all that shit because you have completely lost my trust. You know how long it's been since I fucking refunded a game that I didn't like? It's been a long time. I played Cyberpunk to like until like I was just had enough of it. Sent that shit back.
I
Cut
just
like
stopped playing it.
you know.
But I mean, I'm not even gonna get Witcher 4. I don't know what kind of Witcher they're gonna do, but I ain't gonna get it. Last thing I don't want Ubisoft to do is bend at the knee for this whole thing because
Oh,
Ubisoft
oh,
doesn't have a fucking backbone. Like the
yeah.
dishes, their backbone has a consistency of a crepe, so it's too cold. And same thing with Star Wars is something I'm gonna bring up later on too because there's some kind of like Lucasfilm Civil War going on.
Oh shit.
They're fucking up too. So
Oh, I actually wanted to say one thing I hope for the Star Wars game. For the love of God, I don't know if I mentioned this on a previous podcast or not. I feel like I did. Maybe it was last episode. But for the love of God, for this game, please get the facial animations in the hair right.
yeah.
Please, for the love of God, because it just that's one of the turnoffs from like some of these Assassin's Creed games. Like I haven't touched Valhalla and I don't even know how long. I don't even know if I'm gonna fucking finish that game. To be honest
I'm
with
not.
you,
I'm
like
definitely not.
I actually kind of have some buyer's remorse. I'm not gonna lie, but it's already bought. It's already done. So what can you do? Um, yeah, that's the one thing. Please, for the love of God, work on your hair, like, and just the facial stuff, man, because it's so bad. Like, fuck.
And that's the strangest thing because the fact that like 2 games ago, and I'll always say Unity is like the best Assassin's Creed game, like to date. I mean, outside of maybe story because it kind of sucked, but everything else was just fine. Like their hair animation. There's a reason why you like probably should always have the character wear a hood because this whole thing, like their hair just looks like fucking like wolf's fur.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
And then like if you're gonna make children, probably a good idea what not to do is take adult faces and scrunch that shit up to make them look like adult faces. Those things are fucking terrifying. Have you seen a kid in that game close up? They look like ghouls. They don't look human. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit is ridiculous. Just speaking of the open Star Wars game, what studio I honestly nominate to have a Star Wars game is Sucker Punch because Ghost of Tsushima and this mechanics combined with Star Wars could be without a doubt the perfect Star Wars game. And the reason why I say that is because Ghost of Tsushima has their different forms that you can take, and even in Star Wars lore, there's different lightsaber stances. So you have like the basic, you have Jedi, like advanced Jedi, and then like even Sith stances. So Ghost of Tsushima, like Sucker Punch wanted to do like some RPG elements and try to test it out with Star Wars. You can have these certain moves right here and certain stances, and it can determine whether or not you're a Sith or a Jedi. So
Yeah, I would hope that since I'm hoping the exclusivity isn't only for Ubisoft. Maybe hopefully other companies can use the IP because yeah,
nah,
you
no,
don't.
it's not.
It's not.
Unfortunately,
Fuck.
no. That's why people are thinking the title is gonna, it's all gonna be done and over with by 2023. So there's a good chance that they'll probably make one last Fallen Order 2. Other than that, yeah. So Ubisoft don't fuck this up.
Seriously, please,
'Cause
please.
I do not want to have another franchise where I can just be like, oh no, because like I said, like when's the last time you actually played Valhalla? If you can remember.
Maybe a couple weeks ago. I just listen.
Uh,
It's not a terrible game. Like like what I mentioned, the hair and the shit that kind of is like takes you out of it a little bit. The overall game isn't awful. It's not the worst thing I've played. But I'll tell you this: for a Norse game, nigga, this pales in comparison to God of War by a lot. If you want a Norse game, get God of War. Do not get this. Like, here's the thing. Here's the one thing that really took me out of it is that what one of the reasons I stopped like really booting it up is those sequences when you're in Asgard. Those shits are garbage. Why I say that? This fucking map is so huge, and technically you're supposed to be Odin. Why is it that I can't just fucking transform into a bird, flap my fucking wings as much as I want across the map? I have to fucking run that long distance, swim my ass through some water. Like what? It's
yeah,
garbage.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really like Asgard either. Like I was kind of excited, and that was kind of the reason why I actually used Ubisoft or Uplay Plus because I wanted to see what Asgard was like. But I didn't think it was gonna be that fucking big. Like
Yeah, it's
that, like
garbage.
Finland, you have Jotunheim, you have just the actual basic map, and then Norway, like five actually fucking maps, and like not a single one of them is small at all. And like they're like, oh, let's go ahead and collect. I don't know what these are, like Asgardian AAA batteries or some shit. Like they want you to collect them, and there are some parts right here, and it's kind of crazy considering the fact that you can parkour. I don't even know how to actually like access them. They're like, yeah, it's up on the roof. How do I get there? And then like you have like your little spiritual animal is a albino deer or something like that.
Yeah, an elk or some shit. But
Yeah,
it's just like also too what I noticed is like it's almost like as if you should just be running on foot everywhere because like the fucking roads in that game are so like jagged and shit that the horse gets like
yeah.
fucked up. So it's just like, what's the point of me riding this shit? Honestly, like,
And what kind of steered me away from actually riding it too was also like the horse had stamina.
yeah, yeah,
Like it was Red Dead, and I was just
yeah.
like, you're trying to run away from like not what is it, the Apostles of the Templars or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, those guys.
Because
Oh
when they
man.
chase you, yeah, no, they're like they don't stop, and sometimes they just throw a bomb at you, and you and your elk would just be just complete dust. So that's what I hope. Like, I really hope that Ghost of Tsushima can force Ubisoft to reinvigorate, can re-innovate their franchise to make some a better Assassin's Creed game because the way I see it, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima is gonna get the same treatment that oh um gosh, I had a weird moment. Someone, I need to close my Facebook down. But
You're good.
Yeah, no. The way I see it, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima 2 is going to get the same kind of treatment as Assassin's Creed 2, which it's going to be there's going to be this massive leap into just gameplay mechanics and just map wise, because they can improve on the parkour like easily.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they can make it more realistic because I hate Valhalla's parkour. I hate the fact that Eivor is like Norwegian Spider-Man and just climbing on rocks that he shouldn't be able to do, wet rocks, mind you, and not fall at all, while carrying like assumingly 75 pounds of armor and weapons at the same time.
Yep. And if you're like a shield bearer, you could have a shield on your back that adds way more. Like, it's just.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but not as ridiculous. Wait for it. As Xbox Live price hike right here. Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing? What
Yeah,
are you
I
doing?
just. I gotta say, you niggas are insane. You're
No,
trying to charge $120 a year. Nigga, you are not fucking Amazon. So I don't know where you got that number from.
yeah,
60 was enough from the jump. 60 was way too much. Matter of fact, you forced Sony's hand to hike up that price because originally PS Plus was 40. Then they changed to 60, and that fucking sucked. And now you niggas are trying to double that? Are you insane? Like, what?
when I read this, because like I didn't add this to the notes until like the very last second, because before we had like audio issues. But I saw this and I was like, what are they talking about? Price hack? Because I was thinking, or price hike. I was thinking that maybe that they were going to. I was thinking maybe they were going to do like the Netflix thing, where because Game Pass was going on, you know, like 3 months would have been maybe like, I don't know, like $35 now because of Game Pass included, which I'd have been like, oh, okay, that's reasonable, because then you would have had Xbox Live and the Game Pass. No, $60 for 6 months. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like,
Yeah, nigga, I'm reading this passage right here. Many Fortnite players will now have to pay $120 a year just to play on an Xbox. They're really trying.
no. Let's make this
Oh
worse.
my
Let's
god.
double down on this shit right here. Microsoft quietly removed the $59.99 12-month code last year. The 6-month code are now priced at $59.99. So if you're gonna try to find that shit in retailers, just know that they won't work. So
Oh
yeah,
my
if you
god.
bundle up,
Oh my
if you think you're
god.
gonna bundle up and get 36 months worth and pay $150, don't mate, it ain't gonna work. Don't even fucking try. So
I swear, dude.
that is
You single-handedly just gave this to Sony, which, by the way, we were both in agreement before we even started recording. We wanted Microsoft to win. Why? Because Sony has gotten complacent and they're doing a lot of stupid shit. This is now enabling them. You've lost if you let this happen. You've lost.
yeah, no,
Point blank.
it's not.
Like,
It's
that's
not worth it
garbage.
at all. Like
Garbage.
$60 a month for a subscription, $120 a year annually. Here's something that will cost you $120 annually, and that is Adobe Premiere. Like, no, not even Adobe Premiere. What am I talking about? All of the apps on Adobe Cloud will cost you $120 annually. But a fucking Xbox game, these guys don't even actually have games.
And that's another thing too, man. You guys haven't even granted you've acquired a lot of studios now. Good on you, but you really think that's completely turned me off, by the way. I am not touching
I was
that
actually
shit.
gonna ask you that too.
Like,
No.
no.
Are you thinking about getting the
No.
Xbox now? Fuck no. I
Fuck
bet you
no.
won't. Anyone who's
Because
actually trying to cancel or trying to defend this shit, you are fucking stupid.
yeah, no. I am staying far away from that shit. The only reason I was gonna get an Xbox, but I mean, shit. Maybe once I get a PC, I'll be able to play it. That's hopefully if it comes out good. I'm gonna wait. Elder Scrolls 6 is what I'm talking about. That was my main thing. I was just like, man, I'll get Xbox to just play the exclusives, blah 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 blah. But If it's gonna be on PC, I'll just get it there. I am not paying you niggas $120 a year. That is trash, nigga. No,
You're
no.
gonna do this. You're gonna do this during a pandemic.
Yeah, that's even like, nigga. No one has this kind of money to just be tossing around. Like again, like I said, $60 was already kind of a hike for a year, but we accepted it. Whatever, it is what it is. To double that, you're fucking insane. You're insane. So
At this point, you're
have fun.
essentially paying $120 to watch Netflix.
Wait, are those apps still locked behind the Microsoft like gold and shit?
I'm pretty sure Microsoft hasn't changed that. So
Shit.
if they have, and if someone in the comments can actually say it, there actually are commenters, but yeah, no, I have no idea, but it's really dumb. That's a bonehead ass move. Like that's really dumb.
Yeah, it's honestly anti-consumer to be honest with you. You
It's not
tried
even
to you tried to build up this whole time like, oh yeah, 2020, yeah, we're for the gamers, but nigga, no, you are not.
yeah,
You are not. Nowhere close.
this shit is
Wow.
ridiculous. But
Wow.
well, yeah. You ready to move on to the movies and see what we're watching? Because WandaVision came out, three
Yeah.
episodes
Yeah.
out so far.
I actually wanted to say I actually really enjoyed episode 3 actually because
Episode 3 really helped me kept me interested.
yeah, I think for because we're just gonna say spoilers. Like if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We're gonna be talking about this shit. So the first 2 episodes, they kind of leaned more heavily on the sitcom trope shit, which I get, but there was no connection to like what's going on in the real world. So it kind of is like I'm not that interested. Like I get where we're going, but it just was like this kind of slow burn. But this episode, matter of fact, there was a lot of scenes in this shit where it's just like they like Scarlet Witch. Like I don't know if she knows, but yeah, Wanda, you're kind of looking like a villain. Like honestly, because like that scene, that scene where Monica Rambeau like kind of like snapped out of it and like said something she shouldn't have, which was, "Oh, your brother got killed by Ultron, didn't he?" That scene was kind of unsettling because the way Wanda looked, like she kind of looked like honestly just evil. Like she was just like, "What did you just say, bitch?" And then she was just like, "No, I'll just go. It's fine." She's like, "No, no, nigga. Where do you work? Who are you?" And then she saw the sword logo and she just stepped up to her. And Monica said, "Look, listen, I don't want any trouble." She blasted that bitch out so fast. I was like, God damn. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
There were some sort of hints about it, about like the outside world. It was just it was very subliminal in a way, because like the first one, like the commercials that they had, like the '60s commercial, they were mentioning Hydra. There was this
Yeah,
Stark thing.
I meant to ask you. Did you notice? I didn't notice until people brought this up, but those commercials basically deal with her trauma that she's endured, and I had no
I
idea.
knew, because the toaster thing sounded like an arc reactor, and I'm pretty sure it referenced Tony Stark dying. So there was that.
Yeah.
And she's fully aware of what she's doing.
Yeah, she is.
At least I think she is. Because
She is.
What ends up happening is like whenever she's challenged, whenever she's challenged or just questioned, her powers start to like take over. And the first instance was in like the episode when Vision's like boss came, and I mean, mind you, this guy was that kind of acting belligerent, like where are you, like
Yeah.
kind of shit like that. But
She made this nigga choke.
yeah,
This
making
nigga
her
choke.
choke, and then you think the wife is laughing in like a kind of creepy way, like, oh, like she's like, stop playing around, but no, like she's like, Wanda, stop this, like please fucking stop. And she doesn't have the autonomy to actually emotionally express that. And it is very this creepy thing that's going on.
It is really creepy. That's what I'm saying.
The slow burn for me, real quick, is just like I was expecting this thing to kind of go like a Legion-esque way from like the Fox show Legion, because they could very well do
I need to
this.
watch that.
Yeah. Legion is basically 5 times as worse as far as being trippy than WandaVision because they have almost the exact same powers. Mind you, like Legion or Charles Xavier's son can like do all these sorts of things. And compared to this one, Legion, like the first episode was just yeah, no, it was crazy. He teleported. He caused people to see things. Reality was very schizophrenic like, and I was kind of hoping that this was going to happen in WandaVision, but so far, like I said, it's a slow burn. So
Yeah.
things really definitely need to pick up. Like by episode 4, I'm glad they showed Monica Rambeau getting kicked the fuck out, and now they're actually going to show like the outside people because yeah, it wasn't it. The first 2 episodes, not gonna lie, I stayed up and I watched it. When I got done, I was just like, "Yep, it's an early night for me. I'm going to bed."
Yeah. Those first two, according to Jeremy Johns, like they knew what they were doing. They released the first 2 episodes for us, the peons, but the critics they got the first three, which is like, why didn't you just do that for everyone? Because that would have made it the consumption of it much better. Because then we'd be like, oh, okay, now we're
I
starting
honestly
to
would have
see
liked it
stuff.
if it was all released because
Yeah,
it's just
honestly,
gonna
it
be
should have
one.
been.
It's honestly gonna be one big movie.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
That
there's a
that
lot
would
of
be a
people
lot.
talking about like Mephisto maybe appearing because like they keep talking about this Ralph character. I mean Agnes, Agatha Harkness or however the fuck you say her name, Agnes. Like she keeps
Yeah.
referencing Rolf, and Ralph apparently is one of the names Mephisto goes by in the comics. So I don't know. Maybe he has a hand in this shit too. But yeah, Scarlet Witch. Yeah, she's going batshit. I actually wanted to bring up too. Yo, she is full blown like gaslighting this nigga Vision, bro. Like she's not even saying anything. Like when he was so concerned, like because he realized like reality, like when this nigga was their neighbor Herbert or whatever his name is, when he was literally cutting the wall, and he's like, Hubert, are you sure you're cutting the right way? And he was just like, yeah, man. And he just continues cutting the wall. He's like, okay, goes inside and tries to talk to Wanda, like be vulnerable, level with her, like, hey Wanda, like I'm not sure everything is cool here. Like, are you like have you seen the stuff? And she just resets him.
I
I
gotta
was
say
like,
that
what
that
the
shit was
fuck?
that shit was fire. That was some fire editing because before
It was. It
like
was.
it rewinded the first time when some people from Sword tried to come and
Yeah.
rescue her, but
Mm-hmm.
then like when it just like paused and it skipped back, that was the kind of Legion thing that I was wanting because Kai, when you see Legion, that shit like don't
Yeah.
even try to understand it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it because I've heard it's good.
Yeah. Well, season 1 is good. Season 2 and 3, nah, I wouldn't really bother with that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, all this Marvel stuff going on. Deadpool 3 got a rated R confirmation, which is
Mm-hmm.
which is really good, of course, because I feel like movies that have characters that deal with like gory or just overall gruesome content should be rated R. Like
Yeah.
I'm upset that Wolverine never got the rated R until the
Until
very
Logan.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah, until the very
Yeah.
last film because like man, having stuff like that be PG-13 is such a slap to the face. Like
It honestly is, and that's why I'm happy that Disney recognized. Yeah, we shouldn't change this, and I think Emergency also talked about it, like how their plans are to have a section on Disney Plus where they have R-rated stuff actually. So that's good.
yeah,
So you can put Deadpool on there and all the other R-rated shit you may end up doing in the future. I do hope when they do Wolverine, hopefully they allow him to be rated R because honestly, he just he needs to be, man. Like the shit
yeah,
he does is
you can't
just
have a PG-13 Wolverine and then what? Just have him like poke someone and then like they're not bleeding. No, this man clearly has one of the sharpest claws in Marvel Universe, and if he cuts you, that shit is something spilling out of you. Like
exactly.
you don't just get poked, and then you're just like oh and fall down. No, you're screaming. You got your stomach cut open. Like it ain't a pretty sight.
No,
So
it's not. Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing
man.
for this Venom 2 rumor, like rated R rumor. I hope that it's gonna be rated R because
Yeah,
Carnage.
Yeah, exactly. That's like because me and my buddy Tom, I went to see when Venom One first came out. Me and my buddy Tom went to see it, and yeah, that was one of the things. I mean, besides other issues, I didn't hate the first movie. The only things I didn't really like, if I had to rate, I give it like a 7. It was okay, for a standard affair. It was fine. Script needed to be better. Visuals need to be better. Which I'm happy to say, Andy Serkis, he's actually the director of Venom 2, and apparently he's like a really like when you want to do mocap good, you go to him. So hopefully with him there, the visuals look way better. But yeah, that's one thing Venom 1 could have really capitalized on, is being rated R. Now, granted, they did have some shit that kind of crossed the line. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when he fucking bit one of those niggas' heads off, I was like, oh shit. Like, damn, we've never seen that before. So that was cool. But if it was more of that, like if it was rated R and he was like over here like splitting people in a million pieces and shit, that would have been crazy. But hopefully Venom 2 is, because if you're having Carnage, nigga, Carnage, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga is crazy. He's a fucking psychopath serial killer. So yeah, it needs to be rated R because he's gonna be mincing niggas like no cap, bro. It needs to be rated R. So apparently,
Like smoothies.
yeah, apparently at the Super Bowl, the trailer will apparently confirm this because it's gonna have a trailer slot. So we'll see. Hopefully,
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Gosh. Chris Evans, and they're talking about Chris Evans possibly returning to Captain America. I think it happened a lot sooner than what I originally thought was going to happen because um I think it's no secret that they're going to do a Secret Wars movie
yeah,
somewhere down the line, and I'm pretty sure all the old people like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are going to come back for one last movie, especially for that. Especially because of
definitely.
the fact that the Russo brothers want to direct it, and if the Russo brothers are going to direct it, yeah, you thought Endgame was some shit. No, that shit's gonna be like some pure acid when you see that, because I can only imagine the colors and the visuals and all the other shit is gonna be just spectacular. Now, we got some stuff for like Justice League, the Snyder cut. I I kind of would have preferred if it was just a mini series, just so I can digest everything, because this is practically gonna be a whole new movie. Like, we're not gonna have like comical Batman who's talking about, oh, it's bleeding. Yeah, it fucking hurts. Like, I don't want to see none of that. Um, you're actually gonna see Darkseid and you know Steppenwolf, who actually looks like a blender instead of like dog and armor. So
Yeah, I honestly I kind of prefer it being a movie because like I can just sit down. I mean, it's gonna be long. So I know that can be an issue for a lot of people, like long shit. But I kind of think of this in the same vein. Now I'm not saying it's as good or anything, but I kind of think of it the same vein as like the Lord of the Rings. You know how long those fucking movies are, nigga?
I
Like,
mean, 3 hours and like 26 minutes. Actually,
yeah,
let me check and see real quick.
like
Lord,
so. All I'm saying is like I'm up for it. It's a new movie. We get to see the Snyder cut. I'm gonna fucking watch it. And you know where I'm probably gonna watch it? At work, my nigga. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Return of the King is 4.1 hours. That is ridiculous.
Yep, yep.
I mean, the same thing kind of with Star Wars too. Star Wars, like those movies are typically like 3 hours and stuff like that. I just think about like the time I have, because like and patience. There are certain movies that I can only watch for so long. Like 2 hours, typically like a good enough movie. Um, then again, I don't know. It's just I think it also depends on the film. Like the pacing would have to be good, and like although Wonder Woman has been talked to death, like I left such a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm kind of worried about. Actually, no, not really. This is Snyder. This isn't Patty Jenkins.
Exactly.
So
So
yeah, so
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it's just a time thing for most people. I don't have a issue with it. I mean, on a regular night, yeah, probably don't want to turn this movie on because you're gonna be there for a while. But you know, maybe you digest it in like halves or something. Watch the half first half, watch the second half later. I don't know. Yeah.
It'll have to be a whole day thing for me. I just have to like make sure I'm like at work like the same as you and just
Yeah,
watch
man.
like just watch it and you know open a have a case of beer with me or something like that. But
Yeah. Shit. Fuck
yeah.
it. Why not?
And as we close for this section of TVs and movies, you been watching anything? Anything been kind of catching your eye on HBO Max or something?
Um, so I'm actually making my way finally, like, through Breaking Bad. So I think I'm like
Oh yeah.
I'm on season 4, like the back half of season 4, and shit is getting real. So once I'm finished with that, there's a couple shows I've been hearing about on HBO. Like, I think one of them's The Undoing. I heard that was really good. Yeah, there's a couple of shows I want to look into, but besides that, I've just been trying to like finish, like, just go hard on Breaking Bad. Man,
Yeah.
that shit is lit, man. I don't know why I waited so long to watch
No,
that show.
I was the same way with you. That's why I binged that shit in a week. I binged that whole thing because like, yeah, no, I fucking love that show. Um, I
Yeah,
can't.
great
I
show.
really wish that they would add the Better Call Saul season 5 on Netflix so I can watch that too because um, that is that like that I haven't seen, and then season 6 I think is coming out this year too. So really excited to see that. Um, yeah, I guess for me, what I've been watching is actually three. I had two on the notes, but I'll just include it two since it's Justice League. I watched Young Justice Outsiders, and like I'm so glad that like Young Justice came back because thinking about it, or like just looking at the way they told like the story and stuff, it made me really make it made me really miss the show when it came out in like 2012 because it's like the last Justice League TV show for like young adults and stuff like that, and like seeing it like mature and like they deal with like some stuff. It's not like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War kind of violent where Wonder Woman's getting her arm ripped off, but like there's moments. Yeah, there's moments when like a character like Halo, she get like her neck snapped, throat slit, like there are like two occasions she got stabbed in the stomach. Um, so it's like some interesting stuff. Attack on Titan season 4. Man, I honestly wish Woody was here because dog. Attack on Titan season 4. I actually I binged. That was another thing I binged. I binged the whole season 1 through 3. And 3 was like that shit was lit. The way things were kind of going, where like you realize, and mind this is a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear this, get out now. But the way in season 3 where it led up to people finding out that there was stuff beyond the walls, that was like, oh man, I love revelations like that in storytelling. And transition to season 4, Aaron Yeager is just straight up fucking demon mode right now, just like not giving a fuck. Like this man broke, like snuck into a completely unknown area, cut his own foot, stabbed his own eye, so he can look like a soldier, like from war, and then talk to his enemy who caused the shit in the first place, like transformed into a titan and killed a bunch of people, and then like I think I don't know what she is. I'm not sure. I want to say like adopted sister, but Mikasa was
Yeah,
like, "Do
yeah,
you
that's
know
the
what you've done?"
adopted.
And he's like, "Yeah, I do, and I don't care." Like this man was on a mission. Like seriously, like my favorite part was when he was talking to Reiner, and and Reiner freaked the fuck out because he's already traumatized from what he had to do from his mission because he was gone for a like, really long time, especially like training with Aaron and being in Walmaria and all that shit like that. He's been there for a while, so he's kind of traumatized. He saw Aaron, he was like, "Oh fuck." He was like, "How did you get here?" And he was just like, "Reiner, I want you to know, like, you and I are just alike, and I'm willing to move forward when all my enemies are dead." When I say his reaction was like when someone like throws a grenade underneath your foot, and he's like trying to like he's Aaron is like in the midst of transforming, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Reiner like takes Falco because Falco's in the room too. Um, he's like, "Oh shit!" Like bum rush to try to get out of the room, and there's this explosion, and Aaron, like I said, he just proceeds to fuck everything up in that vicinity. So
Yeah, I need to get back into that shit, man. Hearing you guys talk about that, it's like, god damn. Because I don't know why I fell out of it like after season two. Because back then I was still waiting for season two episodes, and I was just like, I don't fucking feel like continuing to
yeah,
watch this shit.
season two, there were good moments in season two from what I remember. The best one I think was when Rhina and Bearthroat exposed themselves to Aaron, because when I say Rhina like did not like being with Aaron and the crew and being on Island Parody, this nigga could not stand it. He purposely snitched on himself and like blew his cover because he was just like, look, he's like, we need your help, and I'm the nigga that started it all. I killed your mother. I caused the Titans to get in. It's my fault. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I don't want to be here no more. And I'm telling you. And like the you can watch it. You can look at the scene where like it says like Reiner and Bearthroat like um reveal themselves. There's like this scene when they do that. The soundtrack to it sounds, and I want to say so godly, because like it's just like this opera, and when the thunder hits or the lightning hits the two of them, like everyone is so shocked, and Aaron is just in tears because he's betrayed. He realized he's betrayed, and yeah, no, fucking phenomenal anime, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back into it.
Fucking crazy. Like I actually, because I started getting art books, and this is gonna go into my next movie that I actually watched too. Um, I got the Attack on Titan animation booklet as far as like how they did the episodes animation wise, and their shit is insane, man. Like I think Attack on Titan is my favorite animation style compared to like see what's another one, maybe Sword Art Online, because Sword Art Online season 3 has like probably the second best animation on a TV show. I don't want to compare Dragon Ball Super because like I fucking hate Dragon Ball Super's animation, except for maybe the Shitani one. But anyways, the last movie was Weathering with You by Makoto Shinkai. I was waiting for this movie to come out in English for the longest time, and it's probably way better. I would say it's better than Your Name, because Your Name, like that movie would like it's pulling at your heartstrings, man.
Really, I'm gonna have to check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Like think of it like Freaky Friday, but also time travel, because it's essentially like these two characters, like this boy and this girl. They switch bodies, but the girl is like 3 years in the past. So he's like kind of doing like some quantum time traveling. And
Wait. I feel like I, are you sure this is a
me and
new
Whitty,
movie?
me and Whitty told you about this like a
Yeah,
while ago.
I could.
Your name is not a new movie, but Weathering with You is a new movie. It came out last year.
Mm,
Because
oh,
Weathering,
okay, okay,
yeah, Weathering with
okay.
You is basically this girl who has like the power to control weather, which in the Japanese text it's called the Weather Girl. So yeah, this guy is basically running away from his like hometown because he doesn't like his parents, and then he ends up running to this girl. And I love it because the fact that like they treat this guy like shit. Like, it's like he's running away from home. He's going to Tokyo. Tokyo hasn't had a day of sunlight, and I don't know how long. He's trying to like sleep at McDonald's. They're like, kid, you gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like, get the fuck out of here. And like,
Oh
yeah,
man.
he ends up taking a job as like a news reporter, like some Lois Lane stuff. So yeah, I suggest you watch it too, because I think you'd like it. It has like that perfect amount of drama and like romance and stuff like that. Will probably catch you in your feels a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's on HBO Max if anyone
Gosh,
has it.
shit. All right, yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
check it out.
Oh man.
So we can get into like the manga reading stuff. I mean, you can. I didn't really read the super chapter. I looked at some stills, but I mean, you want to start Boruto, obviously. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say like this kind of goes into like our side topics here because I don't know what it is like. I do know what's up with the comic book industry. It's not a question of whether or not the comic industry is going to die. It definitely is, and
Yeah.
it's their own fault for doing that. Um, but it's just crazy how popular manga is, even like just on the western side of the world. Yeah, Boruto, Dragon Ball Super, One Piece, all that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure it's stomping out DC and Marvel. So, and even like Lucasfilms, because when I said like Lucasfilms is having like a Civil War thing going on, there is some really sus shit going on over there.
Really, really, I haven't seen
Yeah,
anything about it.
I
So
saw something where like this artist was doing a promo, and Lucasfilms is literally trying to phase out Gina Carano,
why?
like because people like just do not like Gina Carano because of the fact that like they're calling her like I guess she's Republican. She has like different ideologies and stuff like that. She hasn't
This
said
is
anything.
that's
Hasn't said
so fucking dumb. You
that's
see, and this is what I've talked about. We talked about this kind of thing on the podcast. Nigga, regardless of whether if I agree with her or not, she's not that bad of an actress. Like I like her in fucking Mandalorian. She's fine. Like why are you
yeah.
trying to like kick her out for what?
It was really weird too because the fact that this artist right here was just like, yeah, like I have the Gino Carano one, but then they're like, oh, replace her with a Sugatano, which is even more weird because of the fact that they don't like her either. They don't like Rosario Dawson because they tried to label her as transphobic. So
Oh my god,
Lucasfilms is trying
man.
to make the argument. They're like, oh, we want two. You can only have two good guys and two bad guys. So we're gonna have Gina Carano replaced with Ahsoka Tano, which the other guy, because I guess like remember the black guy who was
Oh, plays
always
Grief Karga.
yeah
Okay, yeah.
yeah he was there and he's hardly in the fucking episodes at all. Same thing with the Tano. She was only in one episode,
Yeah.
but they're trying to make the argument that Ahsoka Tano was so well received that like it supersedes Gina Carano. Why not just replace the guy and have both Gina Carano and Rosario Dawson? It makes
I
no
don't.
sense.
I don't
So
know. It's just. And this is another case of a fucking company that just bends the knee. I guess. Like I
bends
just.
the no, and that's the thing. It's not even just the fact that it's like bending the knee. Like the High Republic, the comic that came out, it's fucking garbage. It is fucking garbage
Yeah,
because
I heard they like did some like character assassination on Yoda or something like that.
yeah, because they're basically saying that like Yoda is a reason why the Republic fell, which is just like that's ridiculous, man. Like I don't know. It's that it's like character designs and stuff like that. Um, they're trying to do all this stuff and to try to basically replace and redo like the retcons, and they made Brie Larson Captain Marvel as a Jedi Master too. So I'm pretty sure they did that so that when Ryan Johnson makes the High Republic movies, you can have Captain Marvel as the Jedi Master, and it's going to be probably a boring movie talking about equality and inequality, despite the fact that it's a world full of fucking aliens made of different languages. Yeah, you imagine how stupid that is when you're trying to promote equality, when you're in a world full of fucking anthropods and humanoid people who don't even speak English, who don't even like, they don't have to deal with like systematic shit right here because you're talking about two ancient like religions fighting each other over like systematic power. Instead, they want to talk about oppression in the stars. Fuck out of here.
That is really fucking stupid. I swear, if
Oh,
they
it's
really
dumb.
do that, like, oh my god.
Because here's
Oh
another thing.
my
As I'm gonna
god.
close out with this right here. Jon Favreau has been honestly sticking up for Gina Carano because I guess someone
Good.
high up wanted to fire Gina Carano.
Oh
For
my
what?
god.
I have no fucking clue.
Actually, you know what? I remember one of the things that people hate her for, but that I found hilarious, is because it was a story a while ago. I think it was last year where she's basically making fun of the whole pronouns thing, like a little bit. I mean, she was just having some fun, man, because like like I think she did like beep slash boop or some shit like that. I don't know, but it was
Oh
it,
yeah.
it was just funny to look at. I mean, it's just a joke, man. Like, come on, like it's really not that serious. Why do you care what someone has in their fucking Twitter bio? Like, I don't
I
get
don't
it.
I don't know.
I
Like
don't get it.
my school is surrounded by the whole pronouns thing, and I agree to it, but like that's as far as it goes to like
Yeah, I can understand that,
I
and
don't
I
even
understand
use
that.
Twitter.
I'm just saying on the social media, why the fuck does it matter?
It
Like,
really doesn't. It don't
how
really
does
matter
that
to
affect
me.
you? How does that affect you?
I
Like,
mean, to the people that want to do pronouns, I think like that's fine. But I don't think other people
yeah, you shouldn't have to
are.
force your shit on. Like, what?
Yeah, like I think in that case, like if you see my face and you just assume something, I'll correct you. Like this is how conversation starts. If you're not correct, I'll correct you, and then we'll just go from there. But that's here or there.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone is actually a comic book artist, go to indie. I can tell you right now, the indie comic book industry is going to be booming.
I don't
Manga
doubt it.
is gonna be staying exactly where it's at, and for some reason, we people at the West just feel like our opinions need to supersede everything, and we're trying to affect that too. But thankfully, that's not working because it's high time that we need to stay the fuck out of other people's business. Like
Exactly.
seriously.
Exactly.
But getting into this manga stuff right here, monthly manga for Boruto and Dragon Ball Super. Boruto was kicking the shit out of literally everyone. Stabbed Sasuke in the eye, the Renegon part, so he can't do no space time ninjutsu anymore. Yeah, no, he was fucking Sasuke up, and it was strange because of the fact that Sasuke didn't do anything up until like the last maybe 20 pages of the chapter. Um, he was trying to protect Kawaki. there's one scene. There's one scene where he was talking to Kawaki and they're trying to plan, and Boruto as Momoshiki put a invisible Rasengan right in Sasuke's rib and launched him into a bunch of rocks. And
Oh man.
he was like, yo, I never knew it would pack that kind of punch. Like that actually messed up like that actually messed Sasuke up. But thankfully, he had Amaterasu and all that stuff. Um, Kawaki somehow has the powers of Ishii, so that's kind of cool. Naruto's probably not going to die. Like, I think the past two chapters, it started with Kurama saying, like, yeah, if you use this form right here, you're gonna die. And then the chapter after that, he was like, you're probably gonna die. But you know, now I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen is like Kurama's probably gonna exhaust himself out of the he's gonna exhaust himself inside Naruto, and Naruto won't have Kurama again. Like Kurama will probably die and reincarnate into like a fucking caterpillar or something. Turn into like a goose or something. Like I don't know.
Oh my god.
Something interesting because I was hoping what would have happened was that this manga would have ended with Boruto like shit just like going off the rails. Like Sasuke would have died, and then Naruto would have got sealed somewhere, and then Boruto would have had his eye cut open like Sasuke. So none of that really happened.
Is Boruto close to ending?
I don't really know. I don't look at the news like that. Like, remember when like we would send articles from Saiyan Island? That shit don't even exist no more.
Yeah, Saiyan Island and all those. Yeah, none of that shit exists.
I can't figure it out. I mean, I do know that they said they want to do a thing like 8 volumes. So I don't fucking know. So I think it's definitely getting to that part though, because at some point something has to happen. Like at some point Kawaki is gonna have to go evil. I was hoping it was gonna be Boruto. Like nothing would have been a better plot twist if Boruto would have been the one to actually like fuck everything up. Because the fact that like Momoshiki has like I think like 60% control of Boruto now. Oh, yep. There is that. Dragon Ball Super. I swear, like I keep watching it or I keep looking at like the manga because of the fact that like it's just there, but it's really not that interesting. This chapter did have some new things like Goku was fighting Whis and like Mastered Ultra Instinct.
So now he can just do that on will at will.
Yep, pretty much. But
Oh,
now there is a leveling system with Mastered Ultra Instinct because he still can't hit Whis. He said, yeah. He said, my Ultra Instinct is like on all the time, and mine is more precise than yours, and the Grand Priest is on a level you can't even dream of. And he was like, Goku, he's like, you're on the bottom of a fucking dirty shoe.
you the gum residue, nigga.
Yeah. No, he's seriously he's like gum residue on the bottom of some Uggs. Like, so yeah, he has something new to try to strive through. Granola, such a weird ass name, is basically like the baby saga. Yeah, because like this guy hates Frieza and the Dirty Monkeys.
Wait, so they're doing Tuffles canonly.
Pretty much, it's pretty much just like the baby saga.
All right, bet. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Well, guess we'll see how that turns out.
I just hope that Vegeta isn't like taking.
Yeah. All right. For some reason, they just really like letting Vegeta get taken over by evil shit. Like, hopefully, why did you let Goku get taken over for once? Like,
yeah,
it'd be different, or maybe a character doesn't get any shine. Gohan, fuck it. I mean, you know, something.
Yeah, I don't know, cause like when Goku got taken over, technically speaking, by Zamasu, it was weird. He went all black. He somehow turned British. Like this shit was very funky. Like it was very weird. So I don't really know about that. Like they love picking on Vegeta because he has this evil history. Like Gohan, well, he don't even like to fight. Like someone takes over him, they're gonna be like, I have to fiercely read this paperwork. God damn.
Oh, go on, man. I swear, man. That just opens up wider conversation with Dragon Ball. They just really shit on a lot of characters, man. It's really just the Goku and Vegeta show. They don't care about anyone else. And honestly, it sucks. It sucks. But what can you do?
They can't do any time skips because of the fact that it's supposed to, which is strange because like, you know, they could very well do until the end of Z where he fights Boo or Ooh. And like Goten and Trunks could age up a little bit at least. They could be taller instead of like Marin is like somehow older looking than Goten. It's just
it's just that shit is just like they need to be teens, man. Like, come on, stop with the bullshit. You know how long I want to see a canon like adult teen Gotenks or some shit? Like, come on, man, just fucking do it.
Never gonna happen. The biggest news I think that has me excited, which could it happen? It depends. Vegeta is gonna most likely, well, there is a chance that he will learn a technique from Beerus because Vegeta, because Beerus was like, yeah, don't you want to try to get Ultra Instinct, you fucking monkey? And he was like, nah. He said it doesn't suit me. And he was like, figured. Well, he said, I just want you to know, those aren't the only techniques of the gods.
Oh shit! Okay.
Vegeta's just like inconceivable. Just completely baffled, and then Beerus, for the first time ever in Dragon Ball Super history, is like, I'm gonna go train.
Beerus is gonna train?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go exercise. And he told Vegeta, he's like, yeah, he said, if he's it's not gonna, it was funny. It was like, yeah, he said, if you see anything you like, steal it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Maybe it was a translation, but when I read
what the hell?
I had to reread it. What did he say?
Oh my god. What the hell?
Yeah, he was obviously implying, like, if you see a technique you like, steal it. But man, you could have worded that a lot better. That was very funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then the chapter ended with the Oracle fish turning out he has insomnia, and that ends up being a bad omen because we said, yeah, the fish has insomnia. Just know that it ain't good, and you know.
So wait a minute. If we're doing tuffles, is this nigga gonna have like? Is there gonna be like a god tuffle? Because like I don't see how you're gonna.
7-3 apparently has 7-3 still alive,
Okay.
and he got taken by Granola, and 7-3 also has Ultra Instinct. So
Oh. Okay.
so yeah, you're right. It definitely is going to be the Goku and Vegeta show because not a single one of those motherfuckers on Earth is ever going to catch up.
Nope.
Gohan, no, like he can't catch up to Ultra Instinct. Like
Man, I just.
he was barely on the cusp of like Super Saiyan Blue. But the minute Goku went Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, he punched this nigga's lights out.
Yeah, like I swear, man, I don't know why they hype shit up that's just never gonna happen. Because I remember when Gohan was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna find a new form for myself, like something beyond this form." I was like, "Okay, so like that sounds pretty cool. Like, what direction? Nowhere. He's not gonna go nowhere. It's just gonna be the same, and that's it." It's like, okay, why would you even? Whatever.
And if they wanted to go into like the whole potential thing, because you know they always talked about it in like early Dragon Ball Z, like Gohan has the most latent abilities right here. He can just do whatever he wants, but like school comes first, kind of thing, and it's just like
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen. Piccolo is still gonna be just a fucking string bean, always getting his arms chopped off.
I swear, man, they really hate the other characters. Like, you know how useful Piccolo could have been this last arc if he just went to Namek, fused with a couple of them, maybe learned some Namekian magic, anything.
Well, I mean, he couldn't because Moro pretty much killed all the Namekians again.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Like they all fused, and then like
forgot about
I remember like 7 of them fused, and they were all charging at Moro. And by the time he got to be one Namekian, they died and didn't even know until it was too late. Like they're like, wait a minute, and there's like a hole in their chest. So, say la vie.
Say la vie. Did they not wish them back again?
Oh, they were wished back, but I mean, it's like it would take a lot. It would take a lot for Piccolo to be like, oh, I'm a deity. Like I'm gonna look into the magic. Like they're never gonna take their eyes off of Goku and Vegeta.
No, they're not. They're never gonna do that. Which is why I want them to like the Tuffle thing. Okay, that's all right, but I really want them to explore the whole demon realm shit because like we've never even touched that canonly anyway. Like
no, canonically, or really the other universes. Like, what is the point of fucking expanding the universe to multiversal shit? And then you don't have not one of these niggas actually go to Universe 6. Like
it's true. That's another thing.
Went to like the whole tournament of Universe 6 and 7, that thing, but like Kaba hasn't shown up at all. Like, man, I don't even know if that guy even exists anymore. Like, so many things could be happening over there, and like they just can't take their eyes off like the characters for like 1 second.
Seriously,
it's just
it's unfortunate.
Oh, man, it's crazy. Yeah, because you know what? You know, the thing is too is like, even say if you wanted to phase out these characters, right? Like you just want to say, oh, like Tien is just gonna live with his man adult child Chaozu off in the mountains, and like Krillin can just fuck off to be a police officer. You could have a thing to where it's just like Goku's like, hey, Khalifa, Kale, Kaba, I need your help.
Right.
So simple.
Right.
That's why I don't put any expectation. Like a lot of YouTubers, I remember they used to do like these theorizing things.
Yeah, it doesn't. I remember we used to be like that, like like there's so many there, nigga. There's not. There's just always gonna be one story, and they do whatever the fuck they want. The most I can speculate because we've seen that they're revamping old villains and making them canon. I just want Kuma to be canon. Just make that happen. I'm sure they're already thinking about it. So if I can just do it
I mean, there is a movie that's supposed to be coming out. I haven't heard shit about it, but I mean,
Like, we haven't heard shit about nothing. Like the animation wise, these niggas have been fucking mum. Like just nothing.
yeah, I heard that also was like because like One Piece takes precedence, and then there's Dragon Ball Quest or Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, it's another Akira project that he did. I think Akira draws it, but it could also be someone else created it. But I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but one thing for sure is like that hiatus better come with some flawless animation. I'm not saying like
Seriously.
it needs to be like exactly like Broly, but I mean, if those guys show up like how they did in Tournament of Power, they looked all fucking rigid and stiff and like looked like they got covered in baby oil. I'm gonna be upset. Like I'm gonna be like, I was seriously no seriously. We waited 3 years for this show to come back and they still look like they have like rigor mortis, like all stiff and all blocky and shit. Like,
Yeah.
man, 3 years for this. Last
Yeah.
episode of Dragon Ball Super came out in 2008 or 2018.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's almost like 3 years ago at this point. Wow.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what's the thing going on with One Piece?
Oh yeah, so this chapter's already passed, but I just quickly wanted to touch on it because there was a lot of shit that happened, man. So we have Luffy versus Kaido and Big Mom. That shit was just cool, like to see Luffy. Oh, spoilers, by the way. I mean, at this point, like you should have read it. If you haven't, I don't know what the frick you're doing. But anyway, Luffy staring down Kaido and Big Mom, and it's just like, man, to see like how far Luffy has come, from the beginning of the series, it's just like, damn, this nigga's made so many strides, man. Like, it's just crazy. And then once Kaido recoils from the hit he took from Luffy's Red Rock, which is the new attack we saw him do, he actually compared Luffy to like Rocks and then Odin and Roger and Whitebeard. So it's just cool to see that potentially Luffy's almost there to that level. And it's going to be interesting because apparently this year Oda said that it's the year of Shanks, so we'll see Shanks a lot more, and maybe he'll interact with Luffy, hopefully. See how that all goes. I wonder if they're going to have like maybe a little spar. I don't know. It's just going to be awesome. I know it is. And then it was interesting. Luffy uses Future Sight, and he still gets his shit smacked. Like, I was like, damn. Like, because, seriously, because, like, he has this broken ability where he can, like, see the future, like, a little bit ahead. But like Kaido smacked him so fast that he couldn't properly dodge. So like when he was recoiling from the hit, he said, "Ah, shit, he hit me too fast. I couldn't even dodge." I was like, "Damn."
How do you get the power to see the future and you couldn't see that coming?
Well, that's the thing. I guess that's what they're capitalizing on, kind of like, because the way Luffy even got that is because he was fighting another character that had that. But the thing is, the way he defeated that character, it was Katakuri, he did a form that made it to where he was attacking way too fast for him to have Future Sight. So I guess what they're saying is Luffy needs to get his hockey, as far as observational, better, essentially. Like, he needs to be able to, like, quickly see and then, oh, yeah, I need to dodge right now. Yeah, like, just because he's not there yet. He's still on his way. So I think it's because he can see it, but like I don't think his body or he can react quickly enough. That's why he was like, "Oh, stop!" And then he just got fucking hit. It's like, yeah.
He's like Bardock right now, essentially.
Bardock. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Like Bardock, and he needs to be like Spider-Man, turn those things into Spidey senses.
True. Actually, yeah, that's a good analogy there. But it was also funny in the chapter, Luffy, Kid, and Law acting like idiots over here trying to dodge the flame of Law against Law. Look at each other. Like, these guys, like, that's what that One Piece always has, is like these funny ass faces that Oda makes the characters do. And there's like these comical situations. It's like, these niggas are fucking fools, man. But then we have, I just made some like little points, if you're wondering, because I didn't want to like break down the entire chapter. But basically, we have the all-out attack against Kaido with all the supernova hitting him, and this nigga's just unfazed. Like, yeah, I'm going back into my dragon form. And then the spread when it was him and Big Mom facing down all of them, it's like shit, man. Like, I know you guys are strong, but Luffy, you need to break out that Gear Fifth, my boy. Like, you need to do that soon, because I don't see how you niggas are gonna fight two of these guys. I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's why I love One Piece, because shit just happens. Niggas get smacked up, beaten down. And that's the thing. That's the thing that initially drew me in, because I remember Izzy telling me about One Piece, and I didn't realize it until I started watching it. Unlike Dragon Ball, where screaming and getting angry will make you stronger than your opponent, nigga, you can scream as much as you want. That nigga will beat your shit in. Like, the only option you have is to either run or you just die. Like, that's pretty much it. There's no like screaming. Like, I remember this one time, like this one character, she got pissed off because basically her friend died. Like her, well, he's like a friend slash mentor type thing, and they were on Luffy's crew. They were helping him. It was Pedro, and he died. He basically sacrificed himself, and she tried to attack like the aggressor, and it just didn't work. Like, he beat the shit out of her. It was just like, yeah, you see, it don't matter how fucking like angry you get, it just don't work. Like, you can scream all you want, you gonna be screaming while I'm killing you guys too. That's basically how it goes. So yeah, that's just my small breakdown. I'll probably do this again whenever we do the next episode, because we're gonna be taking a break after this. But yeah, I'll probably recap. Sometime down the line whenever we do that next episode. So yeah.
Hopefully Izzy can take over, because basically I'm taking a break because of work related stuff. Nothing's really indefinite yet, but we're basically in this planning stage to where we're trying to develop another episode. Basically, I did a mini episode. I worked on the animation for it. Personally, I feel like I can. Well, I know I can do better with this project. I did all my animation on like an iPad Pro, and like iPad Pro is like really good for drawing and like animation, but like not good for camera work. And like there's a lot of things that really pissed me off while doing commissions. So like right now we're kind of all in the planning process. So hopefully, hopefully things will be like a little bit easier. Izzy's thinking about joining in too. I'm not sure exactly when that's gonna happen, but yeah, there's like all this other stuff, so we'll figure it out. Gosh, kind of before like closing out, because I had it on the show notes, because like I don't know what's been going on for like this entire week, and I mean, we had like a new inauguration happen. I thought it was gonna be some like Red Dawn shit happen, because that like people were like talking about storming the Capitol again. Like,
yeah,
all these sorts of things going on. Like my neighborhood, like has been kind of going crazy. Like I've had fire trucks, um, parked in front of my apartment 6 times within 2 days. I don't know if these guys are ODing or just fucking keeling over, but man, I could not sleep for a good solid 3 days because of the fact these fuckers kept showing up, flashing their little yellow and blue, just going whoop 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 whoop. Like, nah, I couldn't stand that shit. And then, yeah, no, man, it's like a lot of stuff. I'm just airing it out there because the worst thing was like I'm trying to get like new furniture too. Like I'm upgrading like my living space, and I wanted to get like a new dresser, TV stand, and like a bookshelf, since I'm starting to collect all these art books. And man, I swear to God, fucking IKEA is the worst place you can ever go to get furniture. They have some good looking shit, but boy, is it so fucking hard to get. I tried to order this set for about 3 fucking weeks now online, right? And I constantly get told, oh, some item is not available. This item is not available. And so I waited like a fourth week, and they said these items are all in stock. I click in. I feel like I was trying to get a PlayStation 5. I click in and they said, "Oops, something went wrong here. You can't get it after all." I was like, "God, fuck!" And so today, before we started this podcast, I tried to call. I tried to call the customer service, and you know what happened? You know where I got to? Fucking nowhere. Because
Oh
I
man.
called these guys and they're like, "Our lines are full. Please hang up and then go to the online website." Not even just the whole like, "Oh, our lines are full, so the call time might be a little bit longer than you expected." They said nope. They said goodbye. Hung up on me.
Oh,
I tried to call again and through like a different line, and they're like, "Yeah, it just kept ringing." Dog, you know how long it took for you to get ready for your PC to boot up? That was like almost 30 minutes,
yeah.
right? That's almost how long the phone was ringing. Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe they'll keep going. It was just like,
Oh
fuck
no.
IKEA, man. Like
Oh no.
furniture is is up there with moving as far as stresses in life, and it might top me for moving. Cause I moved a lot in my life, especially in the past like few years. I moved a lot, but furniture just fucking tops it because like I just want to get like like a few simple items because I have a particular taste in how like my apartment is like styled, and I can't stand the way I'm seeing all this other stuff because I try to. There's some furniture out there that looks like some shit off a goddamn plantation.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I'm
Oh
talking
my
like
god.
I'm talking like like uncolored wood, just like straight up like torn off a fucking barn.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, I looked at it. I was like, man, this looks like some shit that was in Django, my nigga. Like,
Django.
oh my
Oh
gosh.
lord.
I gotta send you some pictures of it when this is over with. But yeah, no, that was my gripe. Like, fuck this week, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah. It's been a long week, man. Thank God it's the weekend. Working on the weekend like usual.
Oh man. Well, those are my closing thoughts. Kai Beam, you got any thoughts before I close it out?
Not much. Thanks for listening. If you did, make sure to leave a comment if you listen and you enjoy it. You know, all the normal shit. But yeah, you can go ahead and close it out.
All right, this has been episode 7 of the Kai Beam podcast. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to name this one yet. Maybe it might be Fuck IKEA, but yeah, if you like what you heard here, go ahead and like the video. If you want to hear more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to chime in and talk about some things and about what topics that we talked about, give your little opinion, go ahead and comment all that YouTube shit. We really should expand and see if we can put this on Spotify and
Yeah,
other stuff.
I was looking in this thing and like it's supposed to be like an not I don't know if it's like an encoder is the right word, but it's called like Buzzsprout or something like that, and like you upload a code and it like puts it out to like Spotify and like Apple like podcasts and all this other shit. Like so I was gonna look into it, but you have to pay like a monthly thing for it. So
Oh, fuck that, man.
yeah.
Yeah, no, because I'm thinking, I don't know. I think it's definitely good to like
Oh,
go
for sure,
further than YouTube because
for
like
sure, because we
the
reach
way,
more. We reach more people.
yeah, because I mean YouTube is not the be all say all. And like at some points like whenever this whenever like I come back, I would like to just do like a Twitch stream or maybe stream it while we do like while we play games on PlayStation. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
That would be fun.
yeah, but yeah, this has been the episode, guys. Catch y'all later.
Yep. Peace.